Hey there. I am so excited that you have decided to start with the Beachbody On Demand membership. It is seriously the most fantastic service that this company has ever come out with to not be able, or I'm sorry, not have to buy programs individually anymore and to have an all access pass to every single program ever created by the company, all the nutrition plans, the cooking show, programs or workouts that they don't release on DVD that you would have never had a chance to experience otherwise. So, fantastic choice. I do understand though that the first time you visit the site, it can be a little bit confusing. So I just wanted to record this video to help you sort of navigate the site and show you how to find all the different things on here. So I'm going to screen share and I'm going to try to keep it as brief as possible. Let me just share my screen. Okay, so you should be able to see my screen now. This is the home page. As soon as you log into Beachbody On Demand, this is what you're going to see today. It does change as they release new programs or as new programs become like a highlight for whatever reason. They will go ahead and change the order in which this is, but you can see that here we're not sorting or filtering at all with any of these tabs, and it's just highlighting the featured programs. So you can sort of toggle and search or locate what you're looking for based on a lot of different things. You can also see up here that this is talking about workout programs, but you can also look by trainer. There's like a tutorial here. You can get to the Beachbody blog from here, which is a fantastic resource. I can't tell you how many different recipes and meal plan ideas, tips on food prep. There's even step-by-step guides like how to food prep for the 1200 to 1499 you know what I mean, calorie meal plan on the 21-day fix. There's even ones that are like Mexican meal prep or vegetarian meal prep. There's even a no-cook meal prep. So this blog, let me just tell you, is going to be a fantastic resource for you as you start to learn how to create meal plans, how to do food prep to set yourself up for success throughout your program. And again, in the challenge group that you either have already been added to or will be added to, you will notice that we will help walk you through how to create your meal plans, how to meal prep. I do a prep week at least once every 30 days to make sure that anybody who joined the group in the middle of the group or anytime outside of that very first week when each new group starts, if anybody's missed that, you will always have a chance to experience it again. And I always put all the prep week documents into the file section so that if you do join a week later, 2 weeks later, 3 weeks later, or whatever, you already have everything you need there in the file section for how to get started. So if you've picked a program, like for example, right now I'm doing Shift Shop. So for me, I come to my home page, I can click right on Shift Shop because it's right there, being that it's a brand new program, and here's all my workouts, okay? Now I'm gonna use this screen as an example because all of these programs are set up the same way in terms of where to locate the program-specific materials. So for example, if you're doing Shift Shop, you click on the Shift Shop icon, you can watch the trailer up here by pressing play. There is an overview of the program. It's 21 days. The workouts range from 25 to 45 minutes. It's a lot of cardio. It's good for beginner or intermediate. And in my opinion, it's good for advanced levels too. This shit is not easy. You've got 11 workouts, 21 days, and nutrition guide. Now you can click just on this to go straight to the workouts. You could also click just on this to go straight to the meal plan information. If you don't want to use the overview and such to get there, you notice when I first opened up the program, it went straight to the workouts. Now you've got all the regular Shift Shop workouts. Almost every program has a deluxe version, whether you want to start off even more with more difficulty straight from the beginning, or whether you're going for round 2 and you want to intermix some of the more difficult workouts with that program. So for example, in Shift Shop specifically, the first week you do these 2 workouts, you alternate days. So you do 3 days total of each of these. In the second week, you do the same type of workout, speed and strength. So this is like cardio agility, and this is weights for 35 minutes. In the fourth week, it's 45 minutes. Well, on the second round, you actually start here. You go the 35 minutes in the first week, the 45 minutes in the second week, and now there's these deluxe 50-minute workouts for the third week, okay? So that's just sort of an example of how there's different workouts for the regular and then the deluxe version of the program, and that exists in almost every program, all the newer ones definitely. So the other way to get to your meal plan and all the other resources within your program is to go here to program materials. Now when you go to program materials, there's a getting started. So like for this program, the equipment we use is just some weights and then these agility markers. You don't have to buy the agility markers. You can print them out off. These are the agility markers over here. If you can see my mouse, that's what I'm talking about. So they say, here's a printable version if you're not going to buy them, if you're broke like me, right? Or you know, you could use something else, but that's just what that is. And then the Jumpstart Guide, this is a great, every program has either a quick start or a jump start, and that's kind of where you want to start because it's going to give you the basics of how to get started from the very first day you decide which program you're doing. And I apologize, I am out of town, and so the internet is not my own internet, and it might lag a little bit. But so here is the guide. It looks just like it does. This is the Jumpstart Guide again. Your program might have a quick start or something like that, but it's basically a quick setup to tell you exactly how to get started. And so it will look just like the printable version. So you do not have to print this thing out, right? Like that would take so much ink and paper and everything. And I'm going to encourage you to read through the whole thing, read it cover to cover, but I'm not going to say to print it out. I'm going to say read it all and then go back and print just the pages that you need. So for this example, I would print this because I do want to write down my measurements. And trust me when I say, and you're going to hear me say this every single month during prep week, as much as it can be painful to do so, you need to make it non-negotiable, no matter how it makes you feel, to take your before measurements and pictures and weight. The pictures are the hardest part for everybody, but let me just tell you that the scale is full of lies. It cannot tell you hardly anything about your progress. And for example, like if you look at my most recent before and after pictures, the scale did not budge, or it only budged by like 2 pounds over 3 weeks, but my entire body composition changed. So having my measurements and more specifically my before pictures to compare to completely changed how I felt about my results. If I were only looking at the scale, I'd be discouraged and disappointed, and I would probably quit. But looking at my before and after pictures, I'm blown away. So trust me, as painful as it is to take those pictures, do it anyways. Suck it up. You don't ever have to show them to anybody. They're for you to track your progress only, okay? So this might be a page I would print out, but alternatively, you don't have to. You can go into your notepad on your phone and just write out chest, right arm, left arm, waist, hips, right thigh, left thigh, and do it that way and keep track of it in your notepad on your phone, which I actually do often. Okay, talks about the Beachbody Challenge, and I will talk to you more about that in a different video or email or post. But then here is where you do your calculation for your nutrition plan. So I am a female. I am 131 to 160 pounds. So that's where I would mark that one. I am 5'2" or less. And based on all those calculations, and I already know this because I've done it, I'm in plan A. So that's your first task, is to figure out which plan you'll be following so you know how many of each color-coded container to fit in each day. Okay, so I'm plan A. This just talks about the agility markers, the equipment that you're going to need, explains how the workout works. This is important, and I'll share every single program has a workout calendar. This is a page, not this one specifically. There's another page where you'll see your workout calendar. Find your workout calendar and print it out and tape it up somewhere in your house. Mine is taped to my office door, which is somewhere that I walk by every day. And each day that I complete my workout, I put a big, fat, victorious X through that day's program or workout so that I can keep track of my days, and it just feels good to see all the X's and to be able to see your progress. So I highly recommend you find the workout calendar, which I'm going to show you where it is, and print that. Now, I really hope I'm recording here. Let me just stop my share for real quick. Maybe I can pause my share. Wait, resume share. Sorry guys, I'm not entirely always sure. Oh no, okay, so I am, okay, I'm recording. I just want to make sure I was recording because that would be disappointing. So this again just tells me more about my program, the different formations I'm going to put my agility markers in. If you're not doing this program, don't worry, don't let that confuse you, okay? So again, this just talks more, right? So from this whole thing, really from the Jumpstart Guide, it told me a lot as far as how to get started, but the only page that I would even consider printing would be this one. Now, let me get out of here and go back to my program materials. So beyond the Jumpstart Guide, I have the nutrition guide, a recipe booklet, a round 1 calendar, a round 2 calendar. If I want to do a hybrid of the Shift Shop and something else, a hybrid calendar, different languages, should be some in Spanish and in French, okay? Then there's always this Shift Shop or whatever program you're within on the web page. There is this where you have some resources, right? Like this might be a great thing for me to talk about. To go to, because this is stuff from the Beachbody blog that is specifically related to Shift Shop itself. So going back up to my nutrition guide, right? I know what plan I'm in plan A. So now I need to figure out what my nutrition plan is going to look like personally for me. Now, there's a table of contents. Again, I would not print out this whole thing. I'll tell you exactly what I printed out. I printed out the food lists and the fuel plans, and that's it. I did not print out the weekly shopping list and menus because I am a vegetarian, mostly, like kind of pescatarian, but mostly vegetarian. And so the meal plan here with the shopping list and menus is for somebody, Chris eats meat and most people eat meat, right? So they have designed it's really kind of amazing. Like, I'm kind of sad that I can't use this feature, because how much simpler does it get to have somebody already have created a meal plan for you with a shopping list? So really, if you're not a picky eater and you like the way that the meal plan looks, you don't even have to put in any effort to create your own meal plan. You can just use the one that they provide. So look in your program materials section in your nutrition guide and see if your program offers that. It's fantastic, especially as you get started. At first, it feels a little bit overwhelming to learn a nutrition plan, but let me promise you, I've done tons of different meal plans within and without Beachbody. And in the beginning, it feels overwhelming, but it's so simple. These programs, it does not get any more simple than this. You just have to give yourself time and a little bit of patience as you learn it. And once you get the hang of it, you're going to be like, this is the most simple thing I've ever done. And that's why I've been able to be consistent for the first time in my life, and so on and so forth. And let me just interject and sit on myself, I guess, and say that 80% of your results will come from your how closely or not you follow that nutrition guide. You can work out till you're blue in the face, but if you don't understand and follow your nutrition plan, you're going to be disappointed with your results. And that is not why we came here. We came here to get you feeling and looking in ways that make you feel fantastic and are confident and improve your life. So do not skip over this part or think you can do it later. Please spend the majority of your time in your own personal prep period learning and understanding the nutrition guide and creating your own meal plan. Okay? So as you scroll down, it's going to give you information on exactly how the meal plan works. So please, please, please don't skip. Read this thing from cover to cover. You invested your money in this, so invest the amount of time it takes. It's not that much time to learn how to be successful, because none of us can afford to waste any money, right? Like, everybody that I know is as broke as me, more or less. So you invested your money, now invest your time. Okay? Hold on. Sorry. My sister is messaging me, and she's not going to stop until I answer her. So, what is opulent? Opulent. You all got a front row seat to how my sister and I talk to each other. Okay, so here is just a pep talk of how to get your nutrition on track. I love it. Okay, so now this is, again, they give you another place where you can calculate out how you are going to determine which meal plan you're in. I already know I'm in meal plan A. So now take note, not every meal plan shifts from week to week. Most of them are the same no matter what week you're on in the program. So don't let this scare you. This new program that I'm doing is different, though. In week 1, I get a certain number of each colored container. In week 2, that shifts just a little bit. And again, in week 3, as we increase our veggie and our protein intake and decrease our carb intake, because this specific program is designed to get you kick-ass results in 3 weeks. It's a ramp-up style program that is designed to be quick, okay? So that's why this plan looks like this. Yours might not look like this, but here's what you really need to know. I'm in plan A, and these color containers will correspond. If you got an all access challenge pack, so you got Shakeology and the all access pass, you will get these color coded containers with your package. If you did not, and you just, for example, got Beachbody on demand access, you may not have these containers. It's okay. Your nutrition plan will give you the color coded container equivalents. So that is a little bit more difficult, right? Because you have to weigh out your food or get out your measuring cup and say 3/4 of a cup, versus for those of us who have the color coded containers, we can just, like today I meal prepped for the next 4 days because I'm working. And so I could just take all the stuff that I made and pour it into my red container, for example. And I know that's 1 serving, dump, pour it in, dump, right? I don't have to like think about it. I just have a red container, and that's where my proteins go, and that's how I measure my stuff out. But on the week 1, I'll get 3 veggies, 2 fruits, 4 proteins, 2 carbs, 1 healthy fat, 1 seasoned dressings, 2 teaspoons, and then my supplements, because I do use the Beachbody Performance supplement line. You can ask me about that. I'm not going to go into it here. This video is designed for something very specific, and I'm trying to keep it concise. So you just figure out how many of each color-coded container that you're going to eat, and then you create your meal plan based off of that. I'm not going to go into that in too much detail either, because I have and will continue to make other videos and posts that will help you learn how to use these numbers for meal plan and prep. But I just want you to understand what is offered and what you're looking for when you first pick a program and try to get set up. So here's more information on the different meal plans and food lists. So this, for example, I printed out this page. This one that has my meal plan on it. And then I printed out these food lists because it's going to tell me exactly which foods are best for each category. It doesn't mean that you have to eat all the foods on this list. It just means when you're filling your green container, for example, or fulfilling your veggie requirement for the day, each day, these are what you should choose from in terms of the healthiest things that go in that container. They do list in all these nutrition plans the healthiest stuff, the best choices on the top, the most nutrient dense choices on the top. And as you go down the list, it gets a little bit less nutritious, but they encourage you to choose the foods that you like, because if you're trying to eat foods you don't like, it's not going to feel attainable. It's not going to feel like something you could be consistent with long term. So choose the foods that you already like from this list, especially at first when you're just trying to understand the plan itself. So there's the food list. And then as you go down, it starts to talk about shopping lists, specific plans and recipes. Again, you can explore your own nutrition guide within the program that you choose specifically and within the plan that suits your calculation. Okay, this talks about water and coffee and tea and Shakeology recipes. If you got Shakeology, it talks about the performance line, cooking tips. I mean, you really have everything you need to be successful. The only variable is you and whether or not you do what you need to do to be successful. Okay, so that is the nutrition guide and where you find it. And then you'll see there's a recipe booklet. I'm not going to go into that. This is the page that I was telling you would be important for you in your respective program, the workout calendar. You want to print that out. Okay, and then, again, there's all the tools. Now, let's say, for example, you wanted to do a program that wasn't released on DV. That's maybe you're looking for example for yoga. So you go to maybe you want to filter out all the programs that just have to do with yoga. You can do like, hey, I only have 30 minutes, so I want to see all the workouts that can be done in 30 minutes. Or maybe you really love Tony Horton and you want to filter it by all of his workouts. Or maybe you want to know, okay, I'm trying to step it up and I want to do an intermediate workout, and you want to filter it that way. But for example's sake, let's just say you're trying to do yoga. Okay, so you select that and it filters all the different yoga programs or programs that have a yoga component. Okay, so PiYo is a lot like yoga, but it's also a little bit different. So it's more like yoga Pilates, kind of like on steroids. It's a fantastic program. It completely changed the shape of my body. I vow that I'm going to go back and do it again someday because I loved the way that my muscles took shape when I did this program. And it was actually the program that helped me come out of a year of disability with some spinal injuries. So after I swam for a while and did yoga and I got a little bit stronger, I moved on to PiYo because it's zero impact, but still involves things like squats, and not with weights, but squats and lunges, and it moves a little bit more fast-paced than traditional yoga, and so it really has that cardio-respiratory effect to it, so you can sweat your ass off and burn a lot of calories without doing a more extreme program. This one, though, for example, so here's your yoga studio, right? So these are all the different yoga workouts. Why did it take me back to that page? Okay, there we go. Right, so there's tons of yoga workouts on this that aren't necessarily one program to follow from day 1 to like day 60, for example. You can just go through these and be like, I really want to check out what AM meditation would be. Is it's only 10 minutes. Maybe I'm looking for something in the morning to get my intentions and my mindset right, and to sort of set the tone for my day, right? So you can see here, I could do like insomnia relief. If I'm having trouble sleeping, look how fantastic this is. I could go in, it's 20 minutes. I can decide to do that. There are different workshops. Again, these are just going to show you for this, section specifically, since we're talking about yoga. This one will show you how to master your different poses. Up here, we've got, these are the ones like if I really am trying to look for a yoga workout to sculpt. If I'm looking for one to give me a cardio and flow effect. If I'm looking for just random stuff, you'll see that P90X has yoga in it. But maybe you're not looking to do the whole P90X program. Maybe you're just looking for a good yoga workout. And so you can go here and just see that yoga workout from the P90X videos, or this really old program, Hoala Kikino. It's like from the 90s or something, from Tony Horton. Okay, so yoga for athletes, flow, you've got restorative yoga. If you're doing the Ultimate Reset, like this is the Ultimate Reset series is a super gentle series and I don't want to go on a tangent, so just trust me when I say that you can't work out a lot with Ultimate Reset. You've got post-cardio, like if you just did a hard cardio workout and you want to get a really good stretch in afterwards, or a really good cool down, post-workout cool down stretch with Ted, right? So look at all these options, guys. Core workouts. Then if we go back to where we were, this, for example, the 3-week yoga retreat is actually a 3-week program with a workout for every day to help you get better at your yoga practice. So if you're like me, it is on my goal board to incorporate more yoga into my life. It will help me in a lot of different ways: stress, anxiety, workout recovery when I'm doing these hard programs. You heard me say already that I have spinal injuries. It would help me with my back pain. It would help me with less soreness and maybe less muscle fatigue, right? So like this program is designed to help you improve. So what I was saying was, if you're like me, I need to do more yoga, but I'm terrible at it. And if I decided to make that commitment starting, let's say, Monday, to incorporate yoga into my days every single day, I could start as a beginner with things that feel manageable to me, and I could progress through these 3 weeks See, like, for example, in the day 7, look how fantastic. It's 10 minutes 3 times in that day. It tells you exactly what to do. Week 2, probably, I assume, I haven't done the whole program yet, but I assume it gets a little bit more difficult, a little bit better as you get better. And again, in week 3, probably gets even a little bit more difficult. So that would be, for example, if you were looking for a yoga program. So I'm hoping that this is kind of showing you guys sort of, let's get out of this and go back to, we'll clear all, and it'll just take us back to the main page. So if that makes sense, I think I pretty much showed you guys all the things that you need to know in terms of how to navigate this site. Now, if you need help picking out a program, that's not something I can tell you in this video because it's different for everybody. Some people are like, I still want to run, or, you know, I have a friend who's like, I still want to do my karate and I still want to run, but I really need something else to do on the off days. I don't want to commit to a fitness program day 1 through day 60, for example, but I do want to follow a nutrition plan because that's where I know my results come from. I still want to run and I still want to do karate, but I need a program that's going to complement those things, and where the nutrition program part of it will help me reach my goals still. So that would be something completely different than somebody else who came to me and said, I'm not doing anything right now, or I'm not doing anything that works, and I need a program that is only 30 minutes a day, and I can't have high impact, and I love lifting weights, and blah, 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 blah. I can help each individual person pick out the program that is best for them specifically, their goals, their busy schedule, their specific limitations physically, their personal loves and hates in terms of workout styles, etc. So now you know how to use the site. If you don't have a program picked out, or you're not sure if it's the right one for you, just let me know and we'll hash it out. And it's my job to help you guys figure out what's best for you so that you can be successful. Okay? I'm going to stop my share now. I hope that was helpful. And if you have any questions, as always, my door is open. Message me. If you need an immediate response, I don't always respond to my Facebook messages like right away because we're all busy people and I have to set boundaries. I can't be tied to that constantly. I do try to respond at least within a day or 2. But if you need something urgently, then just text message me. I always respond to my text messages in a timely manner. Like most of us, my phone number is in your contact information on the website, or I'll just tell you it. It's 661-496-4440. Feel free to reach out to me that way as well. Hope you have a fantastic evening or day. It's evening here right now when I'm filming this, but wherever you're at in your day, I hope it's amazing. Bye.